When I think of Kim Wilkerson, I just think of strength, grace, leadership.
That warmth, that positive energy, the personal humility.
She loves that she is from South Carolina, and her roots are here. She loves this state.
I had parents who really told me I could be anything in the world I wanted to be when I grew up. My dad is retired from Eastman Chemical Company, and we got relocated to South Carolina when I was 8 years old. My daddy and I would sit at the kitchen table at night and do our homework together as he worked on engineering projects. Mama taught me to love really, really big. She cared a lot about people. I had a Clemson professor who knew me really, really well. Dr. Woodside came to me and he said, "Kim, you are going to be a perfectly miserable accountant. Have you ever thought about going into banking?" Went and interviewed the next week with 2 different banks and accepted an offer from Bankers Trust of South Carolina. I was very, very lucky to join a bank that was about diversity and inclusion way before diversity and inclusion was something you talked about.
She really wore our brand on her shoulder, and she did it with passion every single day. It was a great example for so many women across the bank, across the financial services industry, and certainly in local communities.
To be the first female president of a bank in South Carolina was a huge feat, but to be great at being the first, to actually hold the ladder down for others that come after you, that's who Kim is.
I have had the opportunity to have a lot of firsts. I also think about how incredible it is today that women coming along in their careers have the opportunity really to do anything.
It's always about serving others, making a difference in our communities, providing a better path to a better future for other people. That's what drives her.
She was so intentional around her diversity and inclusion work and making sure that she was sponsoring women and mentoring women and bringing them into financial services.
She's always been a leader in business, whether it's with the Bankers Association, whether it's with the Chamber, in bringing those businesses together. And I think as a governor, it was really important to always have leaders who got that.
If I think back just to last year, 2022, we lent $2.5 billion in loans to commercial businesses and small businesses. And Kim leads that effort.
She is the definition of all in. It's a blessing to have Kim on our board. I mean, she's a phenomenal person, she's a phenomenal leader, and she's a great chair.
She's got an orange heart. She very much knows that what we experienced at Clemson as students, that love of the university that makes you want to have your family members go and keep returning back, needs to go forward. When you look at the success of Kim, you can't not look at Avery.
I am married to the love of my life, and I would never have been able to do any of this without his love and support.
Kim has worked hard to make sure that family comes first, and you can see that in the relationship she has with her sons, and you can see that in the relationship she has with her grandchildren. And then she shows up at work, and she's a force at work, and that combination is magic.
The South Carolina bankers were doing an article on me after I'd been state president for 10 years. And they asked me who had made a difference in my career. And I was talking about people like Hootie and Joel Smith. And it really is special to have had great leaders who took the time to tell a really young baby banker that they were making a difference.
She makes me proud as a woman. She makes me proud as a Clemson Tiger. She makes me proud as a South Carolinian. I know for a fact South Carolina is a better state because of Kim Wilkerson.
She's somebody I really look up to, somebody I just love to be around, somebody you feel good when you're with her, and she's got a really big heart. I mean, she cares. She's just a good person.
I think of that warmth and that first night I met her and how welcoming she was. She brought that passion to everything that she did, and she made this a better company.
I am so fortunate to have been surrounded by great leaders across the span of my career who taught me so many amazing things, and to have worked for a company that valued me as a person. So I am honored beyond words, incredibly humbled, and really, really, really grateful.